well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown, fake the out, went down. Shotgun snap, he's blitzed. Throws the dump ball into the end zone. Groves, he caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throws the dump ball into the end zone. Groves, he caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throws the dump ball into the end zone. Groves, he caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down.
And welcome for a second straight night to the 13th District Tournament at Logan County High School. The Lady Cats handling their business in the opening game of this 13th District Tournament last night, taking down Todd County Central to punch their ticket to both the 13th District Championship game on the girls' side Thursday, as well as the 4th Region Tournament inside Diddle Arena. But more business to be handled here tonight as the Wildcats of Franklin-Simpson, as the 3 seed in this 13th district, have made the trip to take on the 2nd seeded Russellville Panthers for the 3rd time this season. The Wildcats looking for win number 1 out of that trilogy. Tyler Eaton, glad to be with you here from Logan County High School, whether you're tuning in on 92.3 FM, 92.3 WFKN.com, the WFKN app, or watching along on Franklin-Simpson Channel 9. Very happy to have you. Just a couple minutes behind here. It was a thriller in the first game of the night. Logan County led by double digits at halftime against the Russellville Lady Panthers in the second game on the girls' side, but it was ultimately, despite Russellville cutting it to a one-possession game late and taking the lead in the 4th quarter, it was decided at the free throw line for the Lady Cougars, who would pull it out and advance to Thursday's championship game against your Franklin-Simpson Lady Cats. It is the Cougars on the boys' side as well that await the winner of this one. They took down Todd County Central in their opening game last night. But Franklin-Simpson 2-4 in the 13th district in the regular season, both wins over that Todd County Central team. Very easily could have won one, if not both, of their matchups against Russellville. Prior to this one, the Panthers taking the first one 61-51 at home, despite the Wildcats leading 39-34 entering the 4th quarter. The Panthers outscored FS 27-12 in that final frame. LeBrian Nurse, who was tied for a game-high 19 for the Panthers, had 12 points in that final quarter. Jarius Coleman had 7. He's been the star across both games for Russellville. It's a name that you're going to hear a lot tonight. Coleman with 10 three-pointers across the 2 matchups between these 2 teams, 6 the first time around for the second, where the Wildcats fell 61-58 on their home floor back on February the 6th. Franklin-Simpson led at the end of every quarter except for the 4th. They got outscored 18-11 in the 3rd and 20-16 in the final frame, shooting just 2 for 5 at the free throw line as a team in that 4th quarter. Remember, you lose by 3, missed 3 free throws. Wildcats did improve significantly from that first game when Cole Scherer led them with 16 points on 7 for 13 shooting, and the rest of the team shot 12 for 44. That's 27% from the field. As a team, they shot it at 47% in the second game against the Panthers, but went just 5 for 19 from three-point range after setting what was then a season-high 7 in the first matchup between these two teams. Granted, it's still a season high, but the Wildcats have done it 3 more times since then. Number one key for Franklin-Simpson tonight is going to be getting Brody McAllister going against these Panthers. He's their second leading scorer on the season at 12 points per game. Only scored 5 in the first matchup between these two teams, 6 in the second. Cole Scherer and Ja'Kai Partinger both in double figures in both regular season matchups. Cole with a team high 16 the first time around. He's averaging 11 per game. Ja'Kai, the team leader in scoring at 14 per game, led with as many in the second matchup between these two teams. Russellville coming in at 15 and 12 overall on the season. The Panthers winning both games against Franklin-Simpson, splitting their matchups with Todd County Central, and losing both to Logan County to a 3-3 mark in district play. And excuse me, that 15 and 12 record, that's an old mark that I've got on one of my sheets. They're 18 and 9 overall on the season under first-year head coach Trey Tinsley, who was the heir apparent on this staff under Phil Todd last year. He's 2-1 for his career against Franklin-Simpson, 2-0 this year, and then lost his lone matchup back in the 2023-24 season when he was the head coach at Edmonson County. The Panthers wrapped up their regular season with a 55-52 home win over Ohio County Thursday after going 0 for 19 from 3 against Glasgow on Monday. It's that same Scotties team that knocked off Franklin-Simpson in their regular season finale, 72-58 on Thursday. The 4th time this year the Wildcats have given up at least 70 points. All of those losses, and you can make it 1-11 on the season overall when giving up at least 60 points, including both of the matchups between these two teams this year. Just to put into perspective how much things have shifted from the norm for Franklin-Simpson. Usually if FS got to 50, you could pretty much bank on a win because of what you were going to get defensively. The last 4 years coming into this, when the Wildcats 55 and 20 when scoring at least 50 points. This year just 8 and 10 when scoring at least 50. They average 58 but give up 60 per game. Russellville scoring 60 per night. They give up 56, and they're a similar team where the offense really doesn't waver in their wins and losses. It's the defense that determines what's going to happen. For the Panthers, they give up just 51 points per game in their 18 wins, and are 13 and 4 overall on the season when holding teams under 60. We're going to take our first break. When we come back, we'll meet the starting lineups for both teams and get you set for tip-off from Logan County High School. In the opening round of the boys' 13th district tournament, it's Franklin-Simpson and Russellville here on 92.3 WFKN.
Franklin, we keep things moving. From the work trucks to the family vans, we all need a pit stop now and then. At Grease Monkey of Franklin, we make oil changes fast, friendly, and reliable for personal vehicles and entire fleets. Whether you are headed out on a road trip or making deliveries across the county, our certified technicians will keep your engine running clean and strong. We treat every car like it's our own. Our goal is simple. Get you in, out, and back on the road with confidence. Fleet service? No problem. We work with local businesses to keep their teams moving without the downtime. And right now, mention FS Channel 9 and get 9% off your full synthetic oil change. Grease Monkey Franklin, home time service that is done right, done fast, and built for the road ahead. Visit us at Grease Monkey across from Walmart and Nashville Road, Franklin, Kentucky. Franklin, we keep things moving.
I wish our boys were in order of who was starting.
Well, we're right here. We're in town. If somebody has an issue, we're there either that day or the very next day. So we're able to get to it quick and fix whatever issues anybody has.
Better speeds. I feel like it's a lot more reliable. With other services, you might get interference during like the weather or something, and you might lose service and have to wait for it to dry out again or something like that. But with fiber, you won't ever have that issue just because it is glass, so you can't really, weather's not really going to affect it much unless like a tree tears it down or something. We provide the city and the county, so within city limits, and then most areas that Warren provides electric service to out in the county.
Tournament. Full roster is about to be announced here, which gives us a bit more time to meet both teams and the starting lineups as we get along on our pregame show. Franklin-Simpson, 8-14 overall through the regular season, coming into this one under 14th-year head coach D. Spencer. Russellville, as we mentioned, 18-9 under first-year head coach Trey Tinsley, who brought his legendary father, John Tinsley, with him onto this bench here at Russellville. The Panthers led in scoring by Jamarion Gardner, a 5'5" junior averaging 15 points per game on the season. Thrives at attacking the paint and getting to the free throw line, taking a team-high 6 free throw attempts per game. He scored a team-high 18 points in the second matchup between these two teams at Franklin-Simpson High School. Scored 18, had 14 of those coming in the second half. As we mentioned, Russellville has dominated the second halves overall in this series through the first 2 games. Gardner has scored at least 10, 15 times, at least 28 times, and they're 6-2 when he does so. Joining him in the backcourt will be Jarius Coleman, the 6'1" senior that is their sharpshooter. 67 three-pointers made on the season. I said the number, get over it. Shooting 34% from three-point range, averaging just under 10 points per game. He is 10 for 19 across the 2 games against Franklin-Simpson. Last year, these two teams faced off in the opening round of the 13th District Tournament that Franklin-Simpson would go on to win as the number 2 seed on their home floor. Coleman 0 for 5 from three-point range in that game. He went 2 for 7 on this floor earlier this year in January in Russellville's road loss to these Logan County Cougars. Joining them in the backcourt will be junior number 4, Kevondre Vanterpool. He's averaging 7.3 points per game and 3.7 rebounds per game on the season. Hardly played in the first game between these two teams and was scoreless in that one. But he did have significant minutes the second time around between these two squads and would put up 7 points in that game for the Cougars. In the front court, we mentioned LeBrian Nurse earlier. 19 points, 11 rebounds on 9 for 10 shooting in the first matchup between these two teams. Had 9 and 7 in the second. He's averaging a team-high 8 rebounds per game and has had 7 double-doubles in his last 11 games, including 4 straight. Despite being the team's second leading scorer, he actually leads them with 17 double-digit scoring games on the season. And rounding out the starting 5 for the Panthers is 5'10" junior Jacovian Temple Dickerson, averaging 6.6 points, 3.5 rebounds per game on the season. He scored 8 points the first go-around against Franklin-Simpson and 7 the second. On the other side for the Wildcats, with Jameer Brooks and with Xavier Hampton back tonight after missing the last 2 games since Franklin-Simpson's loss on this floor to the Logan County Cougars. Neither will be in the starting 5. Caden Brood will keep his spot in there at forward for the 6'3" junior, averaging 2.5 points and 3 rebounds per game. The rest of the starting 5 is what we've gotten used to. The backcourt, 6'2" senior Ja'Kai Partinger and 6' junior Brody McAllister, who we talked about earlier. Single digits both regular season games against Russellville. And the front court, 6'2" senior Cole Scherer, coming off his first single-digit performance after 8 straight in double figures, with only 5 points against Glasgow in the regular season finale. And 6'3" sophomore number 34, Donovan Dudley, got in foul trouble the first game between these two teams, had just 5 points, set a career high with 12 the second go-around, and the Cats could use him in that same area here tonight. Wildcats in the base blue uniforms, gray numbers outlined in white. Russellville base white unis, black numbers and lettering outlined in gold. Partinger will go for the tip against Nurse as we get set to get this one underway in the opening round of the 13th District Tournament. The Wildcats championship defense begins with possession as Partinger wins the tip and gets it right back. The Cats' leading scorer on the season at 14 points per game. Dudley sets him a screen at the top of the key, off the roll, down low, catches, misses long. Rebound tipped by McAllister, but Gardner up with it. Jamarion Gardner sprints into the front court, drives into the body of Dudley, runner misses short, and Scherer clears for FS. Wildcats averaging 27 rebounds per game, Russellville 31 as Partinger misses on the left block. Right block, Dudley with the offensive rebound, bullies his way through, and Franklin-Simpson leads 2-0. Donovan averaging 4 points and 3 rebounds per game, but he's been in double figures 3 times all over the last few weeks. Career high of 12 points twice, the first time against these Panthers, the second time against Warren East when he had 11 rebounds as well. Left side, Vanderpool holds it for Russellville, now goes into the corner to Temple Dickerson. Now they work it to Gardner on the right wing for 3. Short, and Dudley pulls it down for Franklin-Simpson. McAllister will sprint it into the front court. Holding at the top of the key. Looking down low for Dudley again. Gets it on the right block. Guarded by Nurse. Turns to his right. Fires it up and banks it off the top of the glass and in. Dudley's got all 4 for FS. Minute and a half in. 4-0. Cats lead it. Nurse, for as athletic as he is, listed at just 5'11" down there, as Russellville goes right corner, and it's drilled, of course, by Jarius Coleman. There is one man on this floor you cannot give a clean look from 3, and that's Coleman with number 68 of the season and his 11th of the year against the Wildcats. 4-3. 6:05 left opening quarter. McAllister banks it in from 6 feet off the assist from Partinger. Brody had 6 in the first half when these two teams met earlier this month at Franklin-Simpson, but scoreless in the second half. Only took 4 shots all game. Partinger steals a pass, and then he's fouled on the near side by Vanderpool.
Fouls on number 4, Trey Vanderpool is first.
So McAllister will inbound from beside the Russellville bench with 5:48 left in this opening quarter. Goes out to Partinger in the backcourt, guarded by Vanderpool as he brings it across. Flips it to Brody on the left wing. Team high 14 in the regular season finale against Glasgow. His 16th double-digit performance of the year. Partinger up top to Scherer, whips it to McAllister, fakes the left wing 3, dribbles through, kicks it out. Brewer from the top of the key, missed it long, but Brody chases it down on the wing. Spins around from Gardner, bounces it down low. Dudley left block this time, pushed long, and Temple Dickerson clears it for Russellville. 6-3 FS, 5:10 left in the first. Gardner over to the left wing. Vanderpool fires and hits. Second three-pointer for the Panthers. Vanderpool just a 24% shooter on the season. Russellville making 5 per game as a team. When they hit that mark, it's the magic number. They're 13-4 with at least 5 threes made. And we're tied up at 6. Short shot misses from the left side for the Wildcats, and here comes Russellville the other way. Gardner will bring it up. Panthers made 7 three-pointers each in the 2 games against the Wildcats, both wins. Coleman gets it right corner this time, fakes, goes outside to Gardner, now back to Vanderpool. To Gardner deep on the right wing. Vanderpool left wing tries again. That one misses long, and skying to get it is Brewer. Off to Partinger, who juggles it but now brings it across. Right side, McAllister floats it to Scherer on the baseline, fades away from 15, pushed it long. Dudley fighting for the rebound, rips it away and scores it. 6 points already for Donovan Dudley. 8-6 Franklin-Simpson, halfway through the first quarter at Logan County High School. Right side jumper off the mark, tipped around. McAllister had it, then fouled. And Franklin-Simpson will get it with 3:53 left in this first quarter. Brought to you by Clark CPA and Advisory Group. Former FS Wildcat Tanner Clark and his team bring you the best in accounting and tax services, as well as payroll and bookkeeping. Tanner invites you to pay him a visit at 927 Brookhaven Road in Franklin, or call 270-586-9899. Find out more at clarkcpagroup.net. Jameer Brooks back in for the Wildcats after missing the last couple of games. Dudley heads to the bench with those 6 points early on. Jameer averaging nearly 9 points per game, team leader in rebounds at 5 per game. Scored just 4 points in both matchups against the Panthers. 3 for 16 combined shooting for the floor. He's going to take a right wing three here and drill it. Welcome back, Jameer. And the Cats lead 11-6. 3:30 left in the first. Gardner dribbles up top, now sends it over on the left side to Amaris Morrow in for the first time for the Panthers. He'll fire after a fake pass. Rattles off, no. McAllister up with it. Brody brings it across on the left side. Spins past a reaching defender all the way inside. A lot of contact, no call, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by McAllister. We saw quite the number of fouls called in the first game of the night on the girls' side between Logan County and Russellville. Just 2 total so far in this first quarter with 3:12 left to go. As Zay Hampton checks back in for the Wildcats. He missed the last 2 games as well. This is his 6th appearance of the season. Missed the early portion of the year, averaging 5.2 points per game when he's been out there. Didn't play in the first matchup between these two teams, but just 3 in the second on 1 for 6 shooting. Right side, Gardner through contact, misses, but Nurse up with it. His put back long, and Partinger pulls it down. In the first game at Russellville, it was all Nurse on those putbacks that decided it. Couldn't convert there, and the Cats still lead at 11-6. Now 2:40 left to go in the first quarter. McAllister to Brooks, fakes a pass into the corner, holding on to it on the wing. Now gives it off to Hampton. Hampton spins off of Morrow, stops at the elbow, shovels it out to Brooks. Partinger wants it right corner. He'll fire a 3 off the front side of the rim. Gardner has it for Russellville. Jamarion Gardner, floater from the left side, long. Rebounded again by Nurse. His bank shot misses long, and it's tipped out by the Wildcats with 2:13 left to go in this first quarter. Coleman will inbound on the baseline. Flings it up top to Gardner, fakes a 3. Now goes left corner back to Coleman. He fires, hits, and he's fouled by Brooks. A chance for a 4-point play for Jarius Coleman. Now 9 points on the board for Russellville, all from 3s. 11-9 is the Franklin-Simpson lead with 2:09 left to go in this first quarter. Coleman takes 2 left-handed dribbles, fires and hits the free throw. 11-10, Franklin-Simpson's lead down to 1 with the 4-point play from Jarius Coleman. On his second 3 of the night, Brooks drives, kicks, Partinger, clean look from the left corner. There's the answer from Jakan. His first bucket of the night. His team high 30, first triple of the year. And the Cats lead at 14-10, 1:45 left to go in the first quarter. Gardner gets a screen up top by Nurse. Right side, Coleman heat check well short. Might have been tipped by Scherer. And here come the Cats. Brooks dribbles across. Keeps it himself, kicks it out to Scherer, left corner. Gardner knocks it away, out of bounds on the far side. With 1:29 left to go in the quarter, as Donovan Dudley checks back in, Cole Scherer will come out. Yet to see freshman Hooper Stout coming off the career-high 9 points after he started Thursday. McAllister goes down low to Dudley, through 3 defenders, fades, has a block from behind, and rebounded by Coleman. They're letting him play so far. As Gardner brings it up right wing, stops, pops, rattles off. Nurse skies in to get it. Partinger swats it away. Morrow tries to save it. It goes off the body of McAllister and out of bounds on the baseline to stay with the Panthers. For two teams that have struggled on defense so far this year, they've both been active in this one. Morrow to inbound, comes into Gardner, left corner, now to Nurse. Jacobian Tipple Dickerson drives in from the right wing. Nice scoop layup around Partinger, and he scores it on the right block. Under a minute left to go in the first, 14-12, Franklin-Simpson leads. McAllister right side, fires it outside. Brooks top of the key three. Off the heel, but McAllister gets the rebound, fakes and gets the foul as he got Coleman in the air. And Brody McAllister will head to the line for Franklin-Simpson's first 2 free throws of the night. Brody, Franklin-Simpson's best shooter on the season at 71% at the stripe. He'll bend and fire up the first of these 2 and hit. Michael Denning in for the Cats. Ja'Kai Partinger out. Michael averaging 2 points per game on the season. If Brody makes the second, Hooper Stout, who we just mentioned, will take his spot. 15-12, 48 seconds left to go in the first quarter. McAllister extends the lead back out to 6, and he'll check out with 4 first quarter points as Hooper Stout, who had scored 9 points in his first 18 appearances, has scored 16 over the last 2 games, comes in to take his spot after a 9-point 4-for-4 performance against Glasgow in that loss on Thursday. Gardner brings it across all the way to the rim. A lot of contact. Denning tried to take the charge. No call either way. And Gardner finishes to cut it to 16-14. His first bucket of the night with 30 seconds left to go in the first. Brooks shovels to Hampton. Loses it up top. Picks up his dribble. Goes to Dudley at the elbow, but it's picked off by Nurse. Panthers have numbers. Up ahead. Temple Dickerson left block layup in. And we're tied up at 16 apiece. Cats have 15 seconds to work with. Brooks, Hampton, Denning, Stout, and Dudley on the floor. Brooks walks it up with 8 on the clock on the left wing. Hampton comes up to set a screen. 5 on the clock. Brooks kicks it into the corner. Now finally gives it up on the baseline. Stout fakes, and the shot blocked by Nurse. And that will bring the first quarter to a close. We got 2 battles in the regular season between these 2 teams. Through 1, it's like we haven't even started yet. 16-16 the score here at Logan County High School at the 13th District Tournament on 92.3 WFKN.
My favorite thing about working here is getting to serve the community and help people with their electric and their fiber internet.
We're local, so we live and work right here in Franklin, so taking care of our neighbors isn't just business, it's personal. Fiber means faster, more reliable internet for work, school, and entertainment without lag or buffering.
It's more than power and fiber, it's about peace of mind.
We're not just an electric company, we're neighbors.
We've been with Franklin Bank since '92 because we trust it.
Franklin was a great fit to help build a team and a culture that just kind of resonated with both of us.
They took a chance on us.
It's not a banking relationship, it's a personal relationship.
That's the most important thing to me about doing business with a bank is to have trust and faith in the people you're dealing with. And the people at Franklin Bank do every bit that needs to be done to give me that feeling.
Tied up at 16 as we get the second quarter underway here at Logan County High School at the 13th District Boys Basketball Tournament. Russellville with the first possession of the second quarter, and they take the lead to start the quarter on a tough 8-foot turnaround from LeBrian Nurse, his first basket of the night. Jarius Coleman leading the Panthers with 7, a couple of three-pointers, one of them a 4-point play. Wildcats led by 6 from Donovan Dudley. McAllister has it right corner. Now dribbles deep on the right wing. It's McAllister, Scherer, Partinger, Dudley, and Breward. The starting 5 out there for Franklin-Simpson. Dudley has it on the right elbow. Goes to Scherer, left side. Pass deflected by 8th grader Darius Browder in for the Panthers. Averaging 3 points per game and only 14 appearances coming into tonight. Did not play in either of the first 2 matchups against the Wildcats. And there, with that deflection, saved what would have been a wide-open 14-footer for Cole Scherer. Instead, the Cats will reset as McAllister walks it to the top off the inbound. Now to Scherer on the right elbow. Guarded by Browder again. Gives it to Dudley left side. Trying to spring Partinger open. Can't do it. Now Dudley has to hand it off to McAllister. To Breward right wing. Dudley flashes down low. He fades away from 5 feet. Missed it short. And Nurse collects the rebound. There one where Donovan, just the sophomore, he'll learn to take that ball, put a couple dribbles on it, and back down the defender. Coleman left wing 3. Nearly banked it in, but Dudley gets the rebound. He has dominated the board so far. Held off Temple Dickerson with the elbows. Fortunate not to make contact, but then Partinger carries coming up the left wing and gives it right back to the Panthers with 6:34 left before halftime. 18-16, Russellville leads after the first basket of the night for LeBrian Nurse, the hero in the first game between these two teams. Coleman gives it up top to Browder. Now on the left wing, Temple Dickerson. Browder back to Temple Dickerson. Now goes into the left corner. Three-pointer on the way. Gardner missed it long. Coleman skies in to get the rebound. Fakes once underneath, and he's fouled, missing the putback try. So Coleman, who has 12 three-pointers in 2 games and a quarter against Franklin-Simpson this year, will go to the line for 2 free throws after converting the 4-point play in the first quarter on the only free throw so far for the Panthers.
Dennis Coleman off the line for the Panthers, checking in for the Wildcats, number 0, Lear Brooks.
First free throw falls through. He's got 8 points now, 19-16 with 6:04 left to go in this first quarter. Second free throw rattles all the way around and then falls through. So give him 9, and it's 20-16 with 6 minutes left to go before halftime. McAllister dribbles around to the right elbow, sends it out to Brooks, fakes a pass into the corner, fires, misses long, rebound deflected. Dudley fighting for it, that time made contact with the elbow, got the layup to go. Did they give him the and one? They gave it to Donovan. They get the foul against Temple Dickerson. Donovan very fortunate to get the basket, and the foul called on the Panthers as he swung those elbows again. We'll take it. 2 points on the board with a chance to make it 3 with the free throw for Dudley. With 5:48 left in this first quarter. Free throw misses short. Rebound knocked out by Nurse as he chases it down. 20-18, Russellville still leading it with 5:40 left to go before halftime. Coleman deep on the right wing, goes to Nurse on the elbow, flips it out to Gardner right corner, wrapping around on the baseline. Pass picked off by Ja'Kai Partinger. Kai Euro steps, had it knocked away. Great hands by Kevondre Vanterpool. And here come the Panthers the other way. Vanterpool stops at the free throw line. Pops, pushed it long. Dudley with another board. And here come the Cats. Partinger to McAllister. Scherer now wraps around. Top of the key, he'll fire a 3. Missed it long, but Partinger goes up to get it. Pulls it out to the right wing, and they'll reset. Kai to McAllister. Now into the corner, Brooks. Fakes, kicks it back out, and they'll reset the offense with 4:53 left to go in this first half, with the Panthers leading at 20-18. McAllister to Brooks' right side. Catches, fires, misses over Coleman. Dudley with another rebound. Backing down Nurse. Fouled on the way up, going up between Nurse and Coleman. We'll see who they get the foul on. It's on Coleman, and that's the second foul on Jarius Coleman with 4:36 left to go before halftime. Will be 2 more free throws for Donovan Dudley, who's got 8 of the 18 on the board for the Wildcats so far. First free throw rattles home. Coleman stays in there with his 2 fouls. Dudley makes both free throws. He's already into double figures with 10, and we're tied up at 20 with 4.5 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Gardner brings it up the left side, gets a screen from Nurse, now off to Vanterpool, then gets it right back. Right side, Coleman. Back to Gardner, right back to Coleman, now right elbow, Nurse. Tough fadeaway jumper, way off the mark. Tipped up by Brooks, deflected again by Temple Dickerson. Gardner gets it down low, he's fouled on the floor. And Russellville will have a baseline inbound with 4:13 left to go before the break. First foul against Brody McAllister. Both teams now with 2 fouls in the second quarter. Gardner gets it up top, thought about a 3 off the inbound, instead drives. Runner over Dudley, no. Scherer has it for Franklin-Simpson. Cats can take the lead here halfway through the second quarter. McAllister holds to the LC logo at midcourt. Dudley sets a screen right elbow. Brody steps into a triple off the heel and going for the rebound. They're going to blow the whistle. I think it caught that cable above the backboard, and that will send it out of bounds to the Panthers, as Dudley will get a much-deserved breather with his 10 points already in this one. Caden Brewer comes in to take his spot with Scherer, McAllister, Brooks, and Partinger also out there. Gardner, Vanterpool, Coleman, Nurse, Temple, Dickerson, the 5 on the floor for the Panthers. Gardner gets a screen on the right side to Coleman, guarded by Scherer. Gets it right back in the corner. Coleman for 3, pushed well long, and Brooks gets the rebound on the opposite block. Just 4 points in the quarter for Russellville, but just 4 for Wildcats is the issue at the moment. Partinger wraps to the right side, kicks it out right corner. Scherer wide open for 3. Got it. Timeout taken by Russellville. It's just a 30, so we'll stay here. 23-20. The Wildcats take the lead back with the triple from Scherer with 3:17 left to go in this second quarter. First points of the night for Scherer. He's been in double figures in each of the first 2 games between these 2 teams. 16 the first time around to lead the Wildcats, 12 in the second. We mentioned it earlier, but it scored in double figures 8 straight games before scoring just 5 on Thursday against Glasgow. Only took 3 shots in that game. But Glasgow has so much size, was struggling to find any looks at all against their pair of 6'3" forwards. But tonight it's all been about the postgame for Franklin-Simpson, with the 10 points from Donovan Dudley, propelling the Cats to a 23-20 lead as he sits on the bench. And we get back underway. Gardner walks it across, sends it left side into the hands of Morrow. Right side, Coleman. Scherer comes out to guard him. Baseline, Nurse. Faces, kicks it back out, and they reset with Gardner. Right corner, Nurse will fire a 3. That one's short. Rebound tipped by Scherer, goes to Partinger. You're fine with Nurse taking those. You're really fine with anybody but Coleman shooting from outside. McAllister gets inside, misses the runner from just inside the right elbow, and here come the Panthers. Temple Dickerson all the way to the rim. Got a clean look at it, but missed it. Nurse flies in to get the rebound, but they're going to get him for a foul as he practically levitated in to get it. I mean, Nurse can fly. He's only 5'11", and if you average 8 rebounds per game and you're listed at 5'11", you know you got to be able to get off the ground, and he certainly can. But it's Wildcats basketball after the foul. McAllister has it as he dribbles to the right wing, kicks it out to Brooks for an open 3. That one well off the mark, deflected out. Last touch by the Panthers. Gardner and Morrow were both there, but I don't think either were ready for that miss, as it didn't connect with any part of the rim and just corralled off of them and out of bounds. McAllister floats it into Dudley, freshly in for the Cats. Missed the layup short, got it back. Second try long, and then knocks it out of bounds with 2:15 left to go before halftime. Donovan already 2 points off of his career high that he's had twice, one time against these Panthers. But has even left a few on the table like he did there. Coleman gives it up to Morrow on the right wing. Elbow to Nurse. Back outside Morrow. Under 2 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Left corner Coleman. Cats zoning Russellville and keeping this thing stuck on the perimeter. Coleman tries to drive, but he took steps on the takeoff. 1:49 left to go in the first half. Still 23-20 Franklin-Simpson after it was 16-16 at the end of the first quarter. McAllister operates at the top of the key. Now kicks it back out to Brooks. Right side, Scherer triple, left short. Dudley fighting for it, tied up with Gardner. Jump ball called, and the arrow keeps it with Franklin-Simpson with 1:35 to work with in the second quarter. McAllister to inbound. Comes in down low. Partinger somehow maneuvers up a shot. missed it off the back iron. I don't even know how he got that off from directly under the basket. Gardner the other way, muscles through Dudley, but misses his runner, chases down the rebound off a tip to Coleman for three, off the front side of the rim, but Nurse with the rebound. Flings it out, Gardner fakes the three, drives, pulls from 12, rattles off, no, but another offensive rebound. Morrow up with it. He barrels through, put back short, and it's tipped off to Brooks. The Cats have struggled with missed layups all season long. The Panthers have fallen for the same spell. Dudley fires from 10 feet, off the mark. Here comes Gardner, 55 seconds left to work with. Nurse was open for a layup, but then passed it off to Browder, and he dropped it out of bounds because he didn't think the pass was coming. Assistant coach John Tinsley on the bench holding up his hand, telling Nurse to go up with that himself. But the Cats get it back with 51 seconds to work with and still clinging to that 23-20 lead. Bardinger gives it to McAllister to run the offense as we tick under 40 seconds left to go in the half. Brewer standing to set a screen. Brody just holding on to it with nobody directly on him. As the clock continues to tick down. Browner out there now to apply pressure. Brody releases. Drives to the left side, bounces back out. We're down to 20 seconds. McAllister bumped at half court, and they get the blocking foul on Browder. That's the fourth foul of the quarter on Russellville with 17.5 seconds left to go in the frame. As the Wildcats take another 30-second timeout. 17.5 remaining here in the second quarter. 23-20 is the Franklin-Simpson lead. The Wildcats defensively have had good first halves against the Panthers. That has not been the problem. They gave up just 29 points in the first half of the first matchup between these two teams. Granted, trailed that game 29-25 at halftime. Held the Panthers to 23 in the second matchup. Led that game 31-23. The second halves have been the issue on both ends of the floor. But to that end, you can use whatever cushion you can get in this spot with possession, leading 23-20 with 17.5 seconds left to go. McAllister inbounds to Scherer as we get back underway, then gets it right back. Double team comes his way. Brody streaks right through it. Dumps it off at the last moment to Dudley. Missed the open layup long, and Russellville has the rebound with 8 seconds to work with. Here comes Gardner, slashing from the left wing. Fires up from 10 and hits. His McAllister was trying to draw the charge. Gardner maneuvered around in mid-air, and with that, the Franklin-Simpson lead is cut to 1 going into halftime. 23-22. Franklin-Simpson leading Russellville in the opening round of the 13th District Tournament. They hold the Panthers to just 6 points in this second quarter. We'll take a break. When we come back, we get you all the stats from this opening half and figure out together what the Wildcats need to do to close this thing out and advance to Friday's championship game and punch their ticket to the 4th region tournament for what would be the 12th time in 14 years under head coach D. Spencer. 23-22, the Cats lead it at the break. Halftime show on the way after this on 92.3 WFKN.
By Grease Monkey of Franklin, as well as Franklin EPB Fiber.
In Franklin, we keep things moving. From the work trucks to the family vans, we all need a pit stop now and then. At Grease Monkey of Franklin, we make oil changes fast, friendly, and reliable for personal vehicles and entire fleets. Whether you are headed out on a road trip or making deliveries across the county, our certified technicians will keep your engine running clean and strong. We treat every car like it's our own. Our goal is simple: get you in, out, and back on the road with confidence. Fleet service? No problem. We work with local businesses to keep their teams moving without the downtime. And right now, mention FS Channel 9 and get 9% off your full synthetic oil change. Grease Monkey Franklin, home time service that is done right, done fast, and built for the road ahead. Visit us at Grease Monkey across from Walmart and Nashville Road, Franklin, Kentucky.
Well, we're right here. We're in town. If somebody has an issue, we're there either that day or the very next day. So we're able to get to it quick and fix whatever issues anybody has.
Better speeds. I feel like it's a lot more reliable. With other services, you might get interference during like the weather or something, and you might lose service and have to wait for it to dry out again or something like that. But with fiber, you won't ever have that issue just because it is glass, so you can't really, weather's not really going to affect it much unless like a tree tears it down or something. We provide the city and the county, so within city limits, and then most areas that Warren provides electric service to out in the county.
When the Wildcats hit the field, the best seat in the house isn't the stadium. Rack House Restaurant and Bar is your official Franklin-Simpson watch party headquarters. Every game, all season long. Bring your crew and grab your favorites from our made-from-scratch menu and catch every touchdown, basket, home run on multiple screens. Rack House Restaurant and Bar in Franklin, Kentucky, where Wildcat Nation gathers. See you at the game, right here.
Back with you here at Logan County High School, the site of the girls and boys 13th District Tournament. The Lady Cats already punching their ticket to the championship game with a dominant 80-29 win last night over Todd County Central. The Wildcats in the 2-3 matchup. They're the third seed in this 13th district, leading 23-22 over Russellville in our opening round game. Tyler Eaton happy to be with you, whether you're tuning in on 92.3 FM, 92.3 WFKN.com, the WFKN app, or watching along on Franklin-Simpson Channel 9. I apologize for the view at the moment. I asked Aaron Talley if he would just put it on his face for the entirety of halftime, but he told me that would cost me $5 and I could only go up to $4. So instead, here we are. Taking a look at the numbers from this opening half. First, for Russellville, the Panthers led by 9 from Jarius Coleman. He had a couple of threes in the first quarter, had a 4-point play as well. 7 points in that first frame, only 2 in the second. As a team, the Panthers just 6 after a 16-point opening quarter. 4 points apiece for Jamarion Gardner and Jacobian Temple Dickerson. 3 points for Kavondre Vanderpool and 2 for LeBrian Nurse rounds out the scoring for the Panthers. Nurse averaging 12 points per game on the season. Gardner averaging 15. The Wildcats have done an excellent job on each of those two. Franklin-Simpson has come out in a zone defensively and put all the pressure on the Panthers to deliver from outside, taking away all driving lanes. They're collapsing any time they try to get the ball towards the rim. They were able to make Franklin-Simpson pay with the 3 3-pointers in the first quarter, but none in the second. 10 points leads the Wildcats from Donovan Dudley, 6 in the first quarter and 4 of their total 7 points in the second quarter. Donovan in double digits for the 4th time this season, all over the last month of this season. Averaging 4 points per game, but has exploded onto the scene as he's been inserted into the starting lineup over these final 7 games of the year. 4 points for Brody McAllister, and then 3 apiece for Jameer Brooks, back tonight for the Wildcats after a 2-game absence. 3 for Ja'Kai Partinger, and 3 for Cole Scherer. So a similar story to what Russellville has going on. 2 of the 3 leading scorers limited in terms of what they've been able to do tonight. Ja'Kai Partinger averaging 14 points per game on the season. Hit a 3-pointer in the first quarter. That's been hit for him. Cole Scherer hit one in the second quarter. He's averaging 11 points per game on the season. And both of those 2 players have been in double digits in each of the 2 games between these 2 teams in the regular season. Wildcats with 3 3-pointers of their own to match the 3 from Russellville. They go 4 for 5 as a team at the free throw line. 3 for 3 goes Russellville. Aaron and I were talking before the game about these two teams, and the number one thing that stood out to me with the Panthers is they'll play more than 6 guys, but their main rotation has 6 players. The Panthers have to avoid foul trouble. So far, only 1 player with 2 fouls, and that was Jarius Coleman, and he stayed out there and played through his 2 fouls, and I expect that to be the case for much of this second half. Magic number for the Wildcats, if they can hit it from a defensive standpoint on the season. The Wildcats have only won 1 game when they give up at least 60 points. 1-11 on the year. They're 7-3 when they hold teams under 60. The Panthers just slipped over that in both matchups between these two teams in the regular season. 61 points both times. The only time this year that the Wildcats have won a game when giving up more than 60 was a 1-point win on the road at Todd County Central. The Wildcats have led after the 3rd quarter in both games between these two teams. They led at the half in the second matchup at home. They have to handle their business defensively, particularly once we get to the 4th quarter. Remember this, both 4th quarters in the regular season, the Panthers have scored at least 20 points, and that has what swung this, that swung it entirely, because Franklin-Simpson led, remember, going into the 4th quarter of both of those games. It's been a defensive affair so far. That's what's going to define the second half. Can the Wildcats keep it going in the final 16 minutes? We will find out together after this. 23-22 is the Franklin-Simpson lead as the reigning 13th District champs try to make it back to the 13th District Championship game. Can they do it? We'll find out together after this. Second half comes your way right after this on 92.3 WFKN.
Accidents happen in a split second, but the repair doesn't have to be a headache. At Eaton Collision in Franklin, we bring your car back to life with expert repairs and a flawless finish. We'll work directly with your insurance company to make the process quick, easy, and hassle-free for you. From dents to major damage, trust Eaton Collision to get you back on the road fast.
My favorite thing about working here is getting to serve the community and help people with their electric and their fiber internet.
We're local, so we live and work right here in Franklin, so taking care of our neighbors isn't just business, it's personal. Fiber means faster, more reliable internet for work, school, and entertainment without lag or buffering.
It's more than power and fiber, it's about peace of mind.
We're not just an electric company, we're neighbors.
We've been with Franklin Bank since '92 because we trust it.
Franklin was a great fit to help build a team and a culture that just kind of resonated with both of us.
They took a chance on us.
It's not a banking relationship, it's a personal relationship.
That's the most important thing to me about doing business with a bank is to have trust and faith in the people you're dealing with. And the people at Franklin Bank do every bit that needs to be done to give me that feeling.
Second half underway here at Logan County High School. Russellville with the first possession. Here at the 13th District Tournament, the Panthers trail your Franklin-Simpson Wildcats 23-22 as we get the half underway. Pass deflected far side. Partinger up with it for the Cats. Here comes Jakai. Dribbles to the left side. He stops, pops, misses from 6. Rebound tipped by Dudley. Partinger up with it again, and he's fouled on the putback try. 2 free throws on the way for Jakai Partinger, a 62% shooter at the stripe this season. As a team, the Cats went 6 for 10 in the first game between these two teams at Russellville, 7 for 12 in the second. Went just 14 for 25 Thursday against Glasgow. First of these two from Jakai misses short. Now 4 for 6 as a team at the line tonight. 6-3 on the year when they get to at least 10 makes. Second free throw good for Kai. He's got 4 points now, and it's 24-22 FS with 7.5 minutes left to go in this third quarter. The clock is frozen at 7:34. They have not restarted it. The officials have not noticed. Coleman fires a right corner three, rattles off, rebounded by Partinger, and finally the clock gets back underway, so we're going to play an extra 10 seconds in this quarter. And on a drive, Partinger commits the charge going into the body of Coleman. He tried to stop and avoid it. It would have been the third foul on Coleman if he got the blocking call. Instead, it's the second on Partinger. And Russellville gets it back. Trailing 24-22, 7:20 left to go in the third quarter. If either team scores within the final 10 seconds of the quarter, remember that sequence. That added some time to the clock. Gardner drives, kicks to Coleman, clean look from the right wing, push long, and again, Dudley able to clear the boards for Franklin-Simpson. He has dominated the glass tonight. Partinger pulls from the left baseline, misses long. McAllister with the rebound, misses the putback over Coleman, and Jarius Coleman is the one to come up with the rebound as well. Off to Gardner down the right side, lost a dribble, and then Partinger knocks it away from behind. Brewer has it for the Cats, gives it off to Kai, and he'll bring it up with 6:40 left to go in this third quarter. McAllister deep on the right wing, guarded by Vanterpool, who waits for him at the three-point line. Brody stands about 7 feet off. Right corner, Brewer. They're trying to spring Scherer open down low, but a foul will be called on Coleman guarding Brewer, who had it in the corner, and that's the third foul on Coleman. Just swiped at it and I guess caught too much wrist. And the Cats will have a sideline inbound with 6:23 left to go in the third. Brewer gives it to McAllister, who has to pick up his dribble near midcourt. Now sends it over to Caden on the right wing. Tries to dump it off on the baseline, but it's kicked out of bounds by Coleman. Cats have it in the corner on the far side with 6:15 left to go in the third. Again, McAllister inbounds to Brewer, then gets it right back. That's been the theme. Gets a screen from Caden. Now gives it to him on the right wing. The Franklin-Simpson tries to set up the same play. Caden keeps it on a drive this time. Runner misses long. Gardner gets the rebound, falls down, but they'll say that he did so because he was fouled by Dudley. That's his first. Hard to believe both teams scored 16 in the first quarter with the way this thing is stalled out on both sides. As we've got 6 minutes left to go in the third, and it's just 24-22. Gardner brings it up the right side, pulls from the elbow, misses over Dudley. Nurse tips it though to Vanterpool. His put back long. Ball still being fought for. Scherer tries to throw it off the body of Vanterpool, but misses. And it goes into that gymnastics padding on the wall. And Logan County will keep it, or excuse me, Russellville will keep it underneath with 5:45 left to go in the quarter. Gardner off the inbound fires for three. Off the heel, no. Dudley with the rebound. Don't have an official shooting percentage, but I promise you both teams in the 30s. McAllister, clean look on the left elbow off a screen from Dudley, and he knocks it down as it gets a friendly bounce off the front of the rim. 26-22, Cats lead at 6 now for Brody with 5:20 left to go in the third quarter. Temple Dickerson, right elbow, leaves it out for Coleman. Guarded by Brewer to Nurse. Outside, Temple Dickerson drives in from the baseline, and Dudley runs him over as he was trying to kick it out to the corner. Second foul on Donovan with 5:13 left to go in the third quarter. Vanterpool, the junior, averaging 7 points per game. With 3 tonight, will inbound. Quickly goes into Gardner in the corner. He drives and pulls from 14, way off the mark. Rebounded by Nurse. His putback blocked by Brewer, but it goes to Temple Dickerson, who flies in and gets fouled midair. And that's the third foul of the quarter on Donovan Dudley. And he'll have to check out for Jameer Brooks with 5:05 left to go. 2 free throws on the way for Jacobian Temple Dickerson. Just a 47% shooter on the year. Panthers 3 for 3 tonight. They're taking 16 per game. (10-2) on the year when they make at least 10. First of these 2 misses for Temple Dickerson. Brooks in, Dudley out. Jameer, 3 points so far in his return. Donovan got into foul trouble in the first game between these two teams. Finished with 5 points. He's got 10 already tonight. Temple Dickerson doesn't get the bounce in the second. And Franklin-Simpson's lead is still 26-22 with 5 minutes left to go in the third. Brooks brings it up, now drops it off to McAllister. Wraps to the top of the key, now sends it over to Brewer, then gets it right back. Brewer comes to set a screen. Brody crosses over at the elbow, steps back to Brooks, left corner Scherer, back to Jameer, up top Brody, fakes the top of the key three to Brooks, off a drive, out to Partinger, now goes cross court Scherer, he'll fire the left wing three, got it! Quickly a timeout taken, and we'll take one as well. 29-22, Franklin-Simpson leads it by 7 with 4.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter here at the 13th District Tournament on 92.3 WFKN.
So as far as preventative maintenance, to keep outages at a minimum, one thing that we do is pole inspections. So we'll drive across the system, we'll dig out around the bottoms of the pole, see if there's anything rotten, we'll check the pole's integrity in general. So as you can see now, we're changing out some wire on some poles that we have recently changed out. As they age, they start to crack or rot at the bottom, so we try to stay ahead of those types of outages. Probably the neatest part of working here. So working in the community that I live in and grew up in, there's a lot of satisfaction that comes from that. You know, if there is an outage, there's a good chance that you're restoring power, maybe to a family member, a friend, your preacher, something like that. So just being able to help and serve the people that you know, that's a good feeling.
(29-22), Franklin-Simpson leading it out of a full timeout taken by the Panthers, who have possession now, down by 7. Gardner brings it across, kicks it out left wing for a three, miss short off the hand of Vanterpool, and the Cats with the rebound. Franklin-Simpson zoning these Panthers, daring them to beat them from outside. They've taken the dare, but can't convert on it. McAllister bumped up top, fouled by Vanterpool. Third on the Panthers, Wildcats with 4 fouls, so Russellville in the bonus for the final 4:10 of the quarter for any fouls that Franklin-Simpson commits. McAllister gets to the right elbow, kicks it out, Scherer for 3, and he hits it from the right wing this time. Cole now with 9, and the Cats lead it by 10. They put the points for the wrong team on the scoreboard. It's 32-22 Franklin-Simpson. Coleman drives, slips through, layup misses short. Brody tips it out. Partinger couldn't control it, though, until it's ripped away by Jakai on the wing. Then he loses it in transition, and up with it is Morrow, who had it in the first place for the Panthers. Left side, Gardner. Scherer on him. Jamarion Gardner, just 4 points so far, averaging 15 per game on the season. Slashes through, flips up a runner, misses, but a late foul comes in, and he'll go to the free throw line to try to give Russellville their first points of this third quarter as they trail it 32-22 with 3:22 left to go in the frame. Gardner on the season, a 59% shooter at the stripe, gets there 6 times per game, the best mark on this Russellville team. Can't convert the first of these two, and he'll have a second try to give the Panthers their first point of the quarter. They're 0 for 3 at the free throw line in the third, and there is the first point of the second half off the hand of Jamarion Gardner. 32-23, 3:18 left to go as Scherer loses his shoe, and they'll blow a whistle to let him get that back on. Not sure how he managed it. It was basically as soon as he got across half court. Now shoves it back on. Kudos Cole, didn't want to bother with the laces. With the road less traveled, and we get back underway. McAllister gives it to Cole at the free throw line. Kicks it out to Jameer on the right wing. Brooks, McAllister, Scherer, Partinger, and Brewer out there for the Cats as Gardner crashes into Brooks, trying to deflect a pass on the far side to pick up his first foul and put the Wildcats in the bonus for the final 3:03 of this third quarter. Fouls have picked up in this frame. Wildcats with 5, 3 of them on Donovan Dudley as he sits on the bench. Brooks thought about a 3 up top, now goes to McAllister. Into the corner, Scherer. Cross court, Brooks. This time he'll fire it. Can't hit from the top of the key. Deflected by Brewer, and Morrow pulls it down for Russellville. Left side, Nurse from the elbow, way short. Temple Dickerson saves it behind the back. Coleman with a leaping save into his bench, keeps it alive. He gets it back, misses way long from 15 feet, thought he was fouled. Here come the Cats. McAllister in transition, scoops it in with the right hand. Brody now with 8, it's 34-23 Wildcats. Partinger knocks it away from Gardner up top, and then a foul called on Jamarion Gardner trying to get it back. That will send Partinger to the line for 2 free throws. We said at halftime that this game would come down far less to offense than it would defense. And it's been all Wildcats in that department in the second half. Just 1 point so far for Russellville, who takes a timeout, trailing at 34-23 with 2:16 left to go in the third quarter here on 92.3 W.
Franklin, we keep things moving. From the work trucks to the family vans, we all need a pit stop now and then. At Grease Monkey of Franklin, we make oil changes fast, friendly, and reliable for personal vehicles and entire fleets. Whether you are headed out on a road trip or making deliveries across the county, our certified technicians will keep your engine running clean and strong. We treat every car like it's our own. Our goal is simple: get you in, out, and back on the road with confidence. Fleet service? No problem. We work with local businesses to keep their teams moving without the downtime. And right now, mention FS Channel 9 and get 9% off your full synthetic oil change. Grease Monkey Franklin, home time service that is done right, done fast, and built for the road ahead. Visit us at Grease Monkey across from Walmart and Nashville Road, Franklin, Kentucky.
Ja'Kai Partinger knocks down the first of 2 free throws after we get back underway out of a full timeout from the Panthers of Russellville, who now trail Franklin-Simpson 35-23. 2:16 left to go, third quarter. Give Ja'Kai both and make that lead 36-23. Right side, Coleman has it for the Panthers. Off the Temple Dickerson, back to Coleman, right corner. Cats flying around defensively. Gardner left wing 3, misses. Rebounded on the baseline though by Nurse. Now it goes back out to Temple Dickerson and they reset. He'll drive in, fouled on his way to the basket. And regardless of whether or not they said it was in the act or not, it's 2 free throws. Both teams in the bonus with 1:56 left to go in this third quarter. Temple Dickerson missed a pair of free throws earlier this frame. If I was the stat keeper that Tim McAllister is on the official book for the Wildcats, I'd be able to tell you how many three-pointers Russellville has missed in this game as the first free throw goes down from Temple Dickerson. But what I can tell you from the eye test, they've only made 3 so far, all of them in the first quarter. And they've missed a couple of handfuls since then. Second free throw good for Temple Dickerson. He's now got 6, 36-25, the Franklin-Simpson lead. As Zay Hampton checks back in, McAllister out. Russellville applying some full court pressure off the makes. Brooks has it on the near side, gets around a double team, leaves it for Hampton in the left corner, but his foot on the sideline as he collected it. It was a soft, almost rolling pass to him from Brooks. And now they say it was deflected, and that's why it went out of bounds. I don't know who for Russellville touched it. I appreciate Aaron Talley sitting behind me shaking his head so I don't feel crazy about this. Trey Tinsley for Russellville, their head coach, asking the same question. We'll take it. Hampton will inbound near side, goes into Brewer, and now Partinger has it up top. Floats it back to Zay, left corner. Now to Partinger on the left wing. Cross court to Brooks. Fakes one pass, puts it on the floor with a couple dribbles, pressured by Vanterpool. As we tick under 1:35 left to go in the third quarter. Brewer up top to Hampton, left side Brooks. Travels as he tried to take off from the wing with 1:31 left to go in the quarter. Gardner gets the inbound and quickly comes front court for Russellville. Cuts through two defenders all the way to the rim. Misses on the block. Two Cats came to help. And Gardner still with just 5 points. And every shot he's put up has been contested by at least one Wildcat hand. Brooks pulls up from 12, way long. And Gardner gets it on the opposite side. Up ahead, Temple Dickerson all the way to the rack. Missed it. Well defended by Brewer. And Brooks with the rebound. Here comes Partinger. Jakai has it knocked away. Nurse up with it. He splits two defenders. Under a minute left in the quarter. Out to Gardner for three. Misses long. Rebound tipped out. Last touched by Vanterpool. If this was a three-point contest, neither team would be winning. But fortunately, Franklin-Simpson has just chosen not to participate. Outside of the 3 threes for the night for Cole Scherer. As down low, Partinger, late foul call comes in. He missed the layup anyways, but they say it's a charge drawn again by Coleman. And that's the third foul on Partinger. He and Dudley both with 3. With 47 seconds left to go in this third quarter, Cats lead at 36-25. Gardner will walk it up for the Panthers. Just 3 points in the quarter, all at the free throw line. Right side, Coleman. That's the guy you can't let get hot, and he might just start it. The three-pointer buried by Coleman. He's got 3 of their 4, 36-28 now the score, with 33 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Brooks trying to inbound, but before that, Temple Dickerson quickly checks back in for the Panthers. Whistles blow again, and now the Cats will bring in Brody McAllister. Neither team wanting to let this inbound happen. But Brody now will be the one to take it with Kevondre Vanterpool guarding it. Comes into Scherer on the elbow, now right back to McAllister. Over to Partinger, and he'll bring it across half court with 28 seconds on the clock. McAllister sets a screen, floated over to Brooks. Back out to Kai at half court. 20 seconds left in the quarter. McAllister, deep left wing, just passing it back and forth with Kai. Now to Scherer up top, 13 seconds. Partinger flips it over to McAllister, 10 on the clock. Back to Partinger at half court. Brooks on the right side, 7 seconds. Jameer, 5 seconds. Left side, McAllister drives in, floats it from the elbow, and banks it home to bring the quarter to a close. Brody into double figures now with 10. Franklin-Simpson owns the third quarter to the tune of a 15-6 margin, but the Wildcats have been here before against the Panthers. Can they finish the job this time and make it to the 13th District Tournament Championship game? We'll find out together with the fourth quarter on the way right after this on 92.3 WFKN. Let's do a minute again.
Shotgun snap, he's blitzed, throws a jump ball into the end zone, Groves, he caught it, signal a touchdown.
The handoff to Anderson, they want the out route, it's a double move, it's sold well, Groves catches it 15-10-5, touchdown, fake the out, went down. Anderson, they want the out route, it's a double move, it's sold well, Groves catches it 15-10-5, touchdown, fake the out, went down. (38-28), Franklin-Simpson leads and has possession to start the fourth quarter. Donovan Dudley has it back in with 3 fouls, but knocked away. Temple Dickerson comes the other way for Russellville. Fakes underneath on the break. Got 2 defenders in the air, but his layup then blocked from behind by Hampton. goes out of bounds to stay with Russellville. I actually think it was Partinger that came up from behind to get the block, and then it landed in Hampton's lap on the baseline. Russellville ball trailing at 38-28. Vanderbilt has it left wing. Coleman standing to his left. He leads the Panthers with 12. He's made 3 of their 4 3-pointers. He has it now. Partinger comes to close out. Goes to Nurse. Nice give and go back to Coleman, who scores on the layup. Beautifully executed. Coleman now with 14 points to make it 38-30, 7:15 left to go. Wildcats with a 10-point lead coming into the quarter. Scherer right side 3, rattles off. Tipped back up and in midair by McAllister. Brody now with a team-high 12, and immediately the Wildcats take a timeout. We're going to try to keep it here through it with 7:07 left to go in this ball game. Franklin-Simpson at home had the lead at the end of every quarter against these Panthers. They were outscored 18-11 in the third quarter, 20-16 in the fourth. They led 39-34 entering the fourth quarter in the road game at Russellville after trailing by 4 at halftime. Just like tonight, a dominant third quarter for the Cats, that time to the tune of a 14-5 margin. Tonight, again, it's the defense that got the job done in the third quarter, 15-6. They outscore the Panthers and now lead 40-30 off the tip in from McAllister in double figures for the 17th time this season, 24th time in his Franklin-Simpson career. After hitting the 500 career point mark Thursday against Glasgow, you can give him 512 career points with his team high that he's poured in tonight. As we get back underway, Gardner will bring it up for the Panthers, still just his 5 points, averaging 15 per game. He drives in right side, runs into McAllister, blocking foul called as Brody tried to take the charge. And it'll be 2 more free throws for Gardner as Brody, for all that he's done offensively, picks up a 4th foul. As Gardner, 1 for 2 at the line tonight, 59% on the season. Has 2 free throws on the way, misses the first long. Hampton comes in for Brody. Brody waved a hand after that first free throw missed, almost to say, "I told you so." Gardner scored 18 in the latest matchup between these two teams. 14 came in the second half. He makes the second free throw. Now with 6 tonight, it's 40-31, 7 minutes left to go. Cats with the lead and the ball. Brooks into the front court. Gives it over on the right side to Partinger. Right block, Dudley surveys, now kicks it back out to Brooks. Pressured by Vanderpool. Gives it off to Partinger deep on the right wing. Jakai, just 6 points tonight, but has played extremely well defensively. Scherer on the right wing. One more to Partinger, right corner for 3. Missed it, and on the opposite side, Coleman goes up to get it for the Panthers of Russellville. Under 6.5 minutes left to go. Here comes Vanderpool to Coleman on the right wing. Nobody picks him up, and he drills the 3. He was 4 feet off the line. Coach Spencer throws both hands up in the air, asking everybody what they're doing. And then a steal underneath gives it right back to the Panthers. Gardner, though, can't convert. Brooks defends, forces the missed layup. He has the rebound as well. And then a timeout taken by Franklin-Simpson keeps the possession with a 40-34 lead now with 6:05 left to go. 30-second timeout taken by the Cats. 17 points now for Jarius Coleman, who in the 3 games against Franklin-Simpson is up to 14 3-pointers made. For the ball game, he's got 4 of their 5 tonight. Had 6 of their 7 in the first matchup between these two teams. Yes, I said the 2 numbers again. That's the second time in this one. Aaron Talley, please put your hands down. You're an adult. You're the one person in this world I'm supposed to be able to trust with that. We're all going to move on together. 40-34, 6:05 left to go in this one. Wildcat basketball out of the timeout. Brooks will inbound. Cats need to go the length of the floor. Quickly gets it into Partinger, then right back to Jameer. Floats it over to Hampton. Over to Brooks, and Jameer brings it across half court to break the pressure. Crossover dribble, right elbow, hops all the way to the rim, and he banks it home. Jameer Brooks straight to the rack and down for two. 42-34 now. Coleman, top of the key. Partinger with a hand in his face. On the baseline, Nurse fires and hits over Hampton from 8 feet out. Just 4 points for Nurse, coming off of 4 straight double-doubles coming into tonight. But he cuts it to 42-36. Partinger spins through, fires it out. Hampton for a right corner three. Off the heel, no, and pulled down by Vanterpool. 5:24 left to go. 6-point lead for the Cats. Gardner on the right side, cuts around Partinger, can't bank it in. Nurse takes the rebound away. His putback good. And make it a 4-point game, 42-38 at Russellville. Nurse had 12 points by himself in the fourth quarter. Nearly knocked away from Brooks. Russellville fans want to travel, they don't get it. Instead it goes to Dudley, and he misses a wide open 5-footer. And then picks up the foul going for the rebound. That's his fourth with 4:55 left to go. And speaking of 4 fouls, Brody McAllister with his 4 is going to have to come back in. It's he, Breward, Brooks, Scherer, and Partinger out there. Morrow, Temple, Dickerson, Nurse, Coleman, and Gardner, the 5 on the floor for Russellville. All of a sudden, a 42-38 game. Gardner, right wing, gives it to Coleman in the corner. Partinger gambles for the steal, can't get it. Gardner drives, bank shot misses long. Rebound fought for, it's ripped away by Morrow, but he's called for a foul. No, they get it on Gardner contesting. It's his third with 4:38 left to go. So he'll check out for a moment as Vanderpool comes back in for the Panthers. And we'll see if this actually results on any time for Gardner on the bench as the Panthers take a full timeout with 4:38 left to go. We'll take one as well. 42-38, Cats lead it. Final 4.5 come your way after this on 92.3.
My favorite thing about working here is getting to serve the community and help people with their electric and their fiber internet.
We're local, so we live and work right here in Franklin, so taking care of our neighbors isn't just business, it's personal. Fiber means faster, more reliable internet for work, school, and entertainment without lag or buffering.
It's more than power and fiber, it's about peace of mind.
We're not just an electric company, we're neighbors.
We've been with Franklin Bank since '92 because we trust it.
Franklin was a great fit to help build a team and a culture that just kind of resonated with both of us.
They took a chance on us.
It's not a banking relationship, it's a personal relationship.
That's the most important thing to me about doing business with a bank is to have trust and faith in the people you're dealing with. And the people at Franklin Bank do every bit that needs to be done to give me that feeling.
4:38 to go. Wildcats with possession, their lead down to 4. 42-38 in the fourth quarter here at the boys' 13th district tournament. Opening game between the third-seeded Wildcats and second-seeded Panthers of Russellville. Brewer double-teamed in the front court, has it knocked away, but he was the last one to touch it. Goes out of bounds, back to the Panthers. They've outscored Franklin-Simpson 10-4 in this fourth quarter. Brody McAllister still out there with his 4 fouls. As we mentioned going in, Gardner had checked out for the Panthers. We suspected after the timeout he'd come right back in. He is back out there for Russellville. Drives right side, splits through 2 defenders, missed an open layup. Rebound is tipped back to him, and he's fouled on the putback try. Gardner can cut it to a 1-possession game at the line with 4:18 left to go in this fourth frame. The Panthers outscored FS 27-12 in the first quarter as they came back to win at Russellville High School, 61-51 on January 16th. First free throw good for Gardner, who led the charge in a 20-16 fourth quarter in a 3-point win over the Wildcats earlier this month. With 4:18 left to go, we can cut it to a 2-point game with a second free throw all the way around and out. Rebound deflected. Scherer finally controls it on the baseline. Now gives it off to Partinger. Jakai over to Brooks. Coach Spencer waves him into the front court. Jameer all the way to the rack. Blocking foul called. He missed the floater, but will go to the line for 2 free throws, and that's the 4th foul on Jarius Coleman. He's got 4. McAllister and Dudley with 4 for Franklin-Simpson. And Jameer Brooks with 2 free throws on the way with 4:06 left to go in this one. Misses the first one short. Just got an update from Brian Talley. South Warren headed to the boys' 4th region tournament for the first time ever, beating Greenwood 65-58. They'll face Warren Central in that district championship game. Jameer makes the second free throw. It's now 43-39 here. FS leading it with 4 minutes left to go. Coleman has it on the right wing. Up top to Nurse. Now left side to Temple Dickerson. Back to Coleman. Right side Gardner. Cats in a man-to-man now defensively. Gardner, tough jumper from the right side, left short, and rebounded by McAllister. For all they've been able to get to the rim here in the 4th quarter, that time settled, and the Cats made him pay. Partinger pulls and hits from 8 feet on the left side. The lead back up to 6, 45-39. Partinger now with 8 points. Temple Dickerson drives back inside, goes through the body of Brewer and drops it in for 2. No call either way. They've done that a few times. 45-41 now the score. 3:15 left to go. Brewer throws it to nobody, and by nobody, I mean straight to Jamarian Gardner, and he drops it right back in for 2, and the lead is down to as much, 45-43. This time into the front court. Brewer in the corner nearly throws it away, but it's saved midair by Partinger. Up top to Brooks. Being pressured by Temple Dickerson. Knocked it away. Brody saves it. They committed a shove. They didn't call it. Russellville has it anyways. Up ahead. Wide open layup. Dropped in by Morrow. And this game is tied at 45 apiece with 2:45 left to go. Another steal down low, and then a foul called on Franklin-Simpson immediately after with 2:40 left in this game. It's the 5th foul on Brody McAllister as well. The Cats had seemingly righted the ship to make it 45-39. A 6-0 run from Russellville. And as Temple Dickerson, who was fouled, stands at the line, the Panthers can take the lead. First free throw won't do it. With 2:40 left in this one, Dudley checks in with his 4 fouls. Brewer comes out. Second free throw for Temple Dickerson. Rattles home good. 46-45, Russellville in front. Dudley has it knocked away on an errant pass, tries to save it on the baseline, and it's out of bounds back to the Panthers. Just put Donovan in a tough spot there. He wasn't ready for the pass, tried to save it, couldn't. And Russellville has it back with a 46-45 lead. It's been all about the 4th quarters. Could not have hammered it enough. And here we are again. Gardner, right side, leaves it off for Nurse. One-handed shot, misses from 10. Scherer secures the board. Here comes Partinger. Who can silence the run for Franklin-Simpson? Jakai goes right side into the corner. Hampton for 3. Got it! It's Zay Hampton with his first bucket of the night. 48-46. Zay knocks it away from behind on Gardner, and Dudley collects it. He's fouled with 1:55 left to go. It's only the 3rd foul on Russellville. Hampton with the 3, then the steal, and the Cats have possession up by 2. Partinger has the inbound knocked away. It'll stay with the Cats with 1:54 left in this one. What a sequence for Zay Hampton in just his 6th game of the year. his 2 biggest plays of the year back-to-back. He gets the inbound here from Brooks, then lost it. Another free layup, and it's up and good for Morrow. 48-48, 1:45 left to go. Cats having worlds of trouble navigating this full-court pressure without Brody McAllister. Brooks comes up the middle of the floor. Double team comes. We're tied at 48 with a minute and a half left to go. Jameer on the left wing. Double teamed again. Nearly falls down. And a foul called on the Panthers. They get it against Temple Dickerson with 1:26 on the clock. Both teams now with 4 fouls, both in the bonus for the rest of this ball game. Brooks, Hampton, Scherer, Partinger, Dudley on the floor as it goes into Partinger in the backcourt. Cats have been outscored 20-10 in this final frame, but can erase it all with this final 1:15. Dudley has it down low off a bounce pass. 3 defenders around him. Muscles it up, misses long, but it's Hampton on the opposite block with the putback. 50-48 FS. Gardner drives in, misses on the right block, but fouled with exactly 60 seconds frozen on the clock remaining in this 4th quarter. And that's the 5th foul on Donovan Dudley. Jamarian Gardner, just 3 for 6 at the free throw line tonight. Just took a hard fall to the floor with that foul. With 1 minute remaining in the game, and his Panthers trailing it 50-48. Gardner stands at the line for 2 free throws. Caden Brewer takes the spot of Donovan Dudley. He's fouled out. Brody McAllister is fouled out. Zay Hampton has been the hero late for the Cats. What will Gardner do? Ball in the left hand. Dribbles once with the right and fires. And hits. Now in the double figures with 10. 59% free throw shooter on the season. Russellville has rallied all the way back. They had taken the lead, now trail it by 1. 1 more free throw for Gardner. Missed it long, rebound tipped around, and the Cats have it with Partinger. Over to Scherer, we tick under a minute to go. Brooks has it now. Morrow all over him. Jameer into the front court. Double team comes. Pass goes to Hampton. And a timeout taken by Coach Spencer with 47.3 seconds left to go in this one. 50-49 is the Franklin-Simpson lead. It's a full timeout. We're going to keep it here. Wildcats have had issues with turnovers, so priority number 1 before we even talk about the foul game that's about to be played is getting it in safely. But as you see on our Franklin-Simpson Channel 9 stream, what about Zay Hampton stepping up in this 4th quarter? A key triple, had a steal right after that, and then the putback that has Franklin-Simpson leading it at that point, 50-48. Now 50-49. With inside of a minute left in this ball game from Logan County High School. Wildcats reigning 13th district champions, beating Russellville in the opening round last year, getting their payback after the Panthers bounced the Wildcats in the opening round in 24. Franklin-Simpson, the top seed coming into that tournament. Russellville getting the win as the 4 seed on their home floor. That just the 2nd time these Wildcats have not made it to the region tournament under head coach Dee Spencer. Trying to make it 12 times in 14 years. As out of the timeout, they'll have possession. Partinger inbounding on the baseline underneath the Franklin-Simpson basket with a 50-49 lead, 47.3 on the clock. Partinger gets it into Scherer, left block, layup misses short, but he's fouled. Beautiful set play on the inbound to Cole, who has 9 points tonight, all on 3-pointers. And here we'll have a pair of free throws. With 45.8 on the clock and a 50-49 lead. Cole, a 70% shooter on the season. First is short. He'll have 1 more to get into double figures for the 14th time this year. This would be the biggest of them all. And does. 10 points for Cole, 51-49 FS with 45.8 seconds left to go. Nurse inbounds to Gardner. He'll be the one to bring it up for the Panthers. Coleman, their three-point gunner, stands in the right corner. Here comes Gardner to the right wing. Maneuvers through, slices up with a runner, missed short. Partinger with a rebound. 33 seconds left to go. Off to Brooks. He's got a double team around him. Dribbles around it. Picks up his dribble, knocked away. Knocked into the Russellville bench. Out of bounds off of the Panthers with 26.2 seconds left to go. Brooks to inbound. 51-49 FS. Partinger gets it. Maneuvers around two defenders now to Brewer. Bounces it to Hampton, right corner. Coleman all over him, and Coleman is the one to pick up the foul, which is huge because that is his fifth. One of just two seniors on this Russellville roster, alongside LeBrian Nurse, and by far their best three-point shooter. He's shown it off with 4 tonight, finishes with 17 points. Zay Hampton now heads to the line with 20.4 on the clock in a 51-49 game. First free throw for Zay, short. Cats 2 for 5 in this fourth quarter at the free throw line, just as they were at home against the Panthers in a loss earlier this month. Can Zay convert the second? He can. It's long. Here comes Russellville. Gardner down the left side. All the way to the rim. Brooks contesting. Wanted a foul. No call. Rebound deflected out. Who's it out on? Last touched by Russellville. Temple Dickerson dove after it. It's out of bounds with 12.3 on the clock. Gardner, another ruthless drive to the rim. Just wanted a foul. Didn't get it. And the Cats have it back up by 2. 51-49. 12.3 left in this one. Brooks to inbound far side. Just flips it in immediately to Partinger, but it's knocked away! Right side, Nurse layup blocked, but he's fouled with 10.2 left to go. It was a quick flip to Partinger. Jameer's asking him what happened and just had it batted away from behind. And now LeBrian Nurse has 2 free throws to tie this game with 10.2 seconds left. Hampton comes out holding his right knee. Michael Denning takes his spot. And Nurse, a 55% free throw shooter, has 2 free throws with his team trailing by 2. Spins it in the left hand, fires. Swishes. You can tell from the ovation which set of stands we're in. One more free throw for Nurse with 10.2 on the clock. This one to tie the first round district tournament game. He made it, but the whistles blow. Lane violation called. Is it against the Panthers? It is. The free throw was good, but it's waved off on the lane violation. I believe it's on Morrow, who was on the left wing and came in from beyond the arc early. We'll get another look on our Channel 9 stream. And that's exactly what it is. It was Morrow who took off early from behind the three-point arc. It ended up not mattering. Nurse made the free throw, but wiped off the board. With inside of 10 seconds left in this game, Franklin-Simpson holding on to a 51-50 lead. The Panthers with 23 fourth quarter points to storm back from a 38-28 deficit coming into the frame. And it all comes down to the final 10.2 seconds. With McAllister and Dudley fouled out, Hampton out now with a knee injury. It's Brooks, Partinger, Denning, Brewer, and Scherer. 3 lined up on the right side together. Partinger is on the left side besides Brooks, the inbounder. They all sprint down the floor. Somebody's got to get open. Jameer gonna have to take a timeout. With 10.2 still frozen on that clock. It's a full. That's all that Franklin-Simpson has left. We don't have an official timeout counter on the scoreboard here, but just based on how many we've run through, I can guess that we've got none left for the Wildcats in this one. So gotta find a way on this inbound to get the ball in. There was a bit of a football play with Jameer serving as the quarterback. Was almost a 4 verticals. Everybody just ran down away from him, with the exception of Kai, who was kind of freestyling to get open. But somebody's going to have to make a play. And worth noting in this spot, the possession arrow favors Russellville. So a jump ball, if forced by the Panthers, would send it their way. We've got 10.2 on the clock. What a game it's been. 51-50, Franklin-Simpson leading. Gardner, Vanterpool, Morrow, Temple Dickerson, and Nurse come out of the huddle for Russellville. It's the same 5 for the Cats with Denning, Brewer, Scherer, Brooks, and Partinger. Brooks will inbound again. This time the Cats box it up around the blocks and the elbows with Scherer and Brewer down low. Partinger and Denning on the elbows. It's floated into Partinger. He's got it. Back to Brooks. We tick towards 6.8 on the clock when he's fouled. And Jameer Brooks, who split a pair earlier in the quarter, for a Wildcats team that is 2 for 6 at the free throw line in this fourth quarter, Jameer will stand at the line for 2, with his team leading 51-50 with 6.8 seconds remaining. The left-handed Brooks dribbles once, spins on the right hand, fires, misses long. Now 2 for 7 as a team in the quarter. Nurse and Temple Dickerson on the blocks for Russellville. Now Scherer and Brewer come down there to crowd for Franklin-Simpson. Brooks, though, will have one more. On its way and hits it. 52-50, here we go. Gardner sprints into the front court, lost his dribble, got it back, made a layup, but a charge drawn! Charge is drawn! It's Cole Scherer that takes it with 2.2 on the clock. Cole Scherer, the hero, with 2.2 left. Gardner fouls out. He had made the layup to tie it. The Russellville faithful still standing. They thought he had a chance to win the game at the free throw line, but instead Scherer takes the charge, and you still got to get this one in, but the Cats have it back up by 2. 52-50. Brooks will again inbound. Directing traffic, just floats it up for Partinger. He's got it fouled with 1.3 on the clock. The play of the season from Cole Scherer. Gives Jakai a chance to seal it at the line with 1.3 on the clock. First free throw misses long, so they'll at least have a heave, miss or make here. Don't know if you intentionally missed in this spot. Coach Spencer not saying anything to Jakai, directing traffic elsewhere. He'll have a second free throw with 1.3 left. 52-50 FS. Second free throw, good. Russellville will have a heave at it. Comes in on the near side, on its way, well short, and Franklin-Simpson lives to see another day. 53-50. The Wildcats take it over Logan County, surviving the fourth quarter storm. The Panthers came in with 28 points through 3 quarters. They scored 22 in the final frame. But the Wildcats advance as Scherer takes the charge on the final drive. Partinger makes a free throw, and the Hail Mary falls short. 53-50, Franklin-Simpson winners against Russellville here tonight for the 12th time in 14 years under head coach Dee Spencer. The Wildcats headed to the 13th district title game and the 4th region tournament inside Diddle Arena. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll chat with the head coach of the Wildcats, Dee Spencer, get you all the final numbers from this one. as we'll be back here not just Thursday night for the Lady Cats playing in the title game, but Friday night with the Wildcats as well. 53-50, the final score once again. Back with your post-game show after this on 92.3 WFKN.
We all need a pit stop now and then. At Grease Monkey of Franklin, we make oil changes fast, friendly, and reliable for personal vehicles and entire fleets. Whether you are headed out on a road trip or making deliveries across the county, our certified technicians will keep your engine running clean and strong. We treat every car like it's our own. Our goal is simple: get you in, out, and back on the road with confidence. Fleet service? No problem. We work with local businesses to keep their teams moving without the downtime. And right now, mention FS Channel 9 and get 9% off your full synthetic oil change. Grease Monkey Franklin, home time service that is done right, done fast, and built for the road ahead. Visit us at Grease Monkey across from Walmart and Nashville Road, Franklin, Kentucky.
Well, we're right here. We're in town. If somebody has an issue, we're there either that day or the very next day. So we're able to get to it quick and fix whatever issues anybody has.
Better speeds. I feel like it's a lot more reliable. With other services, you might get interference during like the weather or something, and you might lose service and have to wait for it to dry out again or something like that. But with fiber, you won't ever have that issue just because it is glass, so you can't really, weather's not really going to affect it much unless like a tree tears it down or something. We provide the city and the county, so within city limits, and then most areas that Warren provides electric service to out in the county.
When the Wildcats hit the field, the best seat in the house isn't the stadium. Rack House Restaurant and Bar is your official Franklin-Simpson watch party headquarters. Every game, all season long. Bring your crew and grab your favorites from our made-from-scratch menu and catch every touchdown, basket, home run on multiple screens. Rack House Restaurant and Bar in Franklin, Kentucky, where Wildcat Nation gathers. See you at the game, right here.
Accidents happen in a split second, but the repair doesn't have to be a headache. At Eaton Collision in Franklin, we bring your car back to life with expert repairs and a flawless finish. We'll work directly with your insurance company to make the process quick, easy, and hassle-free for you. From dents to major damage, trust Eaton Collision to get you back on the road fast.
Private party. Just give them a call or reach out on their Facebook page. Pelican Snowball for Franklin.
53-50. The Wildcats winners tonight in the opening round of the boys' 13th district tournament at Logan County High School. The Wildcats taking down the Panthers of Russellville, who end their season at 18-10. Franklin-Simpson moving to 9-14 on the year. But all it boils down to is what your record is in this district tournament. And for the Wildcats of FS, the answer tonight, 1-0. Head coach Dee Spencer making his way over for our post-game chat as he'll make the climb up 7 rows of bleachers, a bit happier than he was the last time we were here at Logan County High School. The happiest I've been to hear the glory, glory, hallelujah blaring over the speakers after a game in this gym as the Wildcats escape with a 53-50 win here tonight. Coach Spencer with us now for our post-game show. It seems like, Coach, as soon as you put on your headset, they decided to blare that glory, glory, hallelujah as loud as they could inside this gym. Your team had a 10-point lead coming into that final quarter. I know that it did not go according to plan over those last 8 minutes, but what did it take tonight for your guys to come together? And with 2 of your key players fouled out, Zay playing so well down the stretch, he comes out with a knee injury. What did it take in spite of all of that to get a win and punch your ticket to the region tournament?
Well, we talked about it before the game. We got to play together. No matter what, we got to play together. I think we relaxed. Honestly, I think we relaxed right there at the end, just not meeting the ball, catching the ball with one hand. A team like that, man, you cannot relax ever. And, I'm proud of my guys who was able to withstand their little run and make some shots down the stretch. And, I'm proud of my guys.
They train us from the time that we're playing youth ball. We get rewarded with Gatorades for taking those charges down low. What about that play by Cole to seal the deal in the final seconds by taking that charge?
Hey, it's the difference maker. I've been screaming the whole game, you got to take charges because those guys are running and jumping and pass. And finally, we got one do it. And it saved the game, don't be honest.
I had mentioned Zay. He had to come out with that knee injury late, but my goodness, those minutes that he played down the stretch, the 3, the steal, and the putback as well. Obviously, it's been a rough ride for him this season, but it's good to have him back, and tonight we got to see in that fourth quarter just what he's capable of.
Well, he's still trying to get his legs under him.
Yeah.
I think that might be his 9th game, maybe 10th game, so it's just a matter of him getting himself together. He made a huge shot in the corner. We know what he can do. It's just a matter of him just getting his legs under him and feeling what he's doing. He's got to slow down. I know that. He's going 100 miles an hour, but once he gets the speed of the game, he's fine.
Another game where you come out of the gates, they just had no answers for Donovan with what you guys were able to do offensively. Obviously, fouls limited that a bit as time goes on, but just another glimpse of a guy that he still doesn't even have like half an arsenal of post moves, and yet you can see the flashes already.
Well, he got to make layups, man. I got on him pretty tough at halftime. I felt like he missed some layups he should be making.
He had tied his career high and easily could have had much more.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I think we had 8 missed layups at the half, and so he's just got to do a better job of just finishing big, and then finishing the playoffs. So once we get him to where he can I ain't saying make them all. Yeah. I'm just saying don't miss 6.
Well, it was tough to figure out which team was going to step up and try to win this when it seemed like both were a little bit allergic to it at the free throw line in that fourth quarter. But your guys ultimately pull it out 53-50. It's a Logan County team. It's the same case as this Russellville team where you could have easily won both of those games in the regular season. I'm not going to ask you for the secret sauce as you get ready for that game on Friday, but as you gear up for that one, how do you take the mindset, celebrate this one, but then switch into gear and try to win a district title come Friday?
Well, we're going to enjoy this win on the bus ride. When we get home, it's focus on Logan County. I know what they're going to do. They're going to pressure us, obviously. They're going to pressure us. We got to handle the pressure, and I like my squad.
Coach, appreciate you taking the time. Send up Cole. We'll get his picture.
All right.
He's our Pelican Snowball player of the game. That's Coach Spencer joining us. Congratulations on the win tonight, Coach.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That's Coach D. Spencer. 12 appearances in the region tournament in 14 years now at Franklin-Simpson. Cole Scherer, as we mentioned, our Pelican Snowballs, a Franklin player of the game. 10 points tonight, tied with Donovan Dudley, who was just 2 points off of his career high, to slightly correct that one. 12 points leads the Wildcats from Brody McAllister, 8 of them coming in the second half. We said in our pregame, big key for FS, Brody had to score. He did so in this one. 17 points for Darius Coleman leads the way for the Panthers, 10 for Jamarion Gardner, and those are both players in double figures for Russellville here tonight. They get 9 for Jacovian Temple Dickerson, 7 for LeBrian Nurse, 4 for Amaris Morrow, and 3 from Dre Vanterpool. And what a treat. Not only do we get to give our player of the game to Cole, what's the last time have I ever gotten you on this headset before? Is this like a first that we pulled this off, or how long has this been?
I think it's been since sophomore year.
Well, I'm glad that we can have you back on here. Walk me through, because I was telling Coach Spencer, like, if you grow up playing Little League ball in Franklin, they kind of train you instinctually to take charges. Like when I played, they rewarded us with Gatorades if you ever took a charge in a game. Was that just a bang-bang instinct play there at the end, or what happened in that final sequence?
It was absolutely instinct. We practice taking charges every practice. It's one thing that Coach D will drill into you until you dream about it at night. So when I seen him coming full speed, out of control, I just knew I had to stand there, take it to the chest, and that's what I did.
You hit 3 shots from outside tonight. Was it one of those games where after the first one you could just kind of tell the shot was there, or it seemed like your confidence from the jump was there tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. Recently at practice, just been practicing the 3-ball, working on some plays and stuff. So anytime I get that shot, I know I've worked on it, and I'm just going to shoot it.
Probably a bit better to dream of going to a district championship than drawing charges like you get to do after tonight. Second straight year you guys advanced to the district title game. Last year you were able to win it on your home floor. You've seen Logan County. You've all but beaten Logan County this year. What's it going to take to get the job done on Friday night?
We're going to have to play even harder than we did tonight. We're going to have to study every little detail about them, but we're ready to take on this challenge and ready to get the job done.
All right, Cole, stick around for a second. We'll get your picture made and wrap this thing up, but appreciate you hopping on here as well for the first time in 2 years. I'll take the blame on that one. That's Cole Scherer, our Pelican Snowballs player of the game, as the Wildcats win it 53-50 here tonight. They'll be back in action Friday at 7 o'clock in the championship game against Logan County. Lady Cats, though, will get us started first in that set of championship games. Thursday night, 7 o'clock, they tip against the Logan County Lady Cougars. Brian Talley will join you with the call on that one. But for Kendra Holt back in the studio, for Aaron and Hannah, our crew for Franklin-Simpson Channel 9 here on site at Logan County High School, I'm Tyler Eaton. Thank you for joining us for this presentation of Franklin-Simpson basketball. 2 squads headed to the district championships. The first one comes your way on Thursday. Join us, 6:45, right here on 92.3 WFKN.